Okay, guys. How y'all doing? Yeah, this is Caesar Graphics here again, and I have a lovely tutorial for you guys. And I believe watching this will help so many. Um, I mean, it's gonna help people who are looking at going into using Photoshop to do hand builds. All right, now today I have this very cool hand build. I want to teach you guys how I was able to achieve it, and this is it here. All right. This is what we're going to be doing today, and I pray that this will bless somebody. All right. Without wasting our time, let's just go straight in. All right. Yeah, I have all my content ready. I mean the pictures. I have them here in the folder. Where you guys? I think I have them in a folder here. Images. All right, now these are the pictures we're going to be using for this artwork. All right, and I have the cropped one here. All right, I have the cropped one here. So if you're looking at getting pictures like this online, I'm sure you know most of the people who use for this art. I use for this artwork. Sorry, we have Whoopi Goldberg. We have I have the former president of South Africa. Okay, and we have Martin Luther King. Why do I keep forgetting their names? All right, I have Maya here. I have Barack Obama, and I have oh God, is it because of the tutorial? All right, I'm sure you know her name. My name is Hopra. Okay, and then we have Mandela here. Yes, I remember. Okay, so I'm gonna be using all these pictures to to come up with this. Okay, now and this is the background we're going to be using also. This background here. All right. This is here. So this is the background here. All right. So let's just start. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get the size of my paper. Here. This is actually A5, but for this tutorial, I think I should just use A6. So I'm going to custom international paper, and I'll use A6 and say okay. All right. I'm using Photoshop CC. All right. For those of you who are looking at the version of Photoshop I have, I'm using Photoshop CC. Okay. All right. So this is it. All right. This is my new paper size, and sorry. Yes. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is to bring in our background, which is this. I'll drag this and we'll drop it here and drop. I'll zoom out with Control minus. Here's the size. All right. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to start bringing my pictures in. All right. If you look at what I have here, all right, the picture of Martin Luther King here is not cropped, so but I have already cropped it here. All right. I'm sure most of you know how to use the crop tool to crop out pictures, and if you don't, I think I have a tutorial online on how to crop pictures. So I'm going to drag my Martin Luther King picture. I'm going to drag it in. So I have it here. All right. And I have it too big. So first I'll convert it to a smart object because I know I'm going to be increasing and reducing the size of the picture. So I'm going to convert it to a smart object and hit Ctrl T on my keyboard. And I'm going to reduce the size a bit. I'm going to reduce the size about this level here. Good. I am going to rename my layer. Always do that, please. It's um, it's very important so that it will be very easy for you to locate the layer. Sorry. So I advise you always make sure you label your layer accordingly. All right, let's bring in the other guys. So I'm gonna bring in Oprah Winfrey, Obama, Maya, Martin no, I already have him in. Then Mandela and Whoopi Goldberg. So I'm going to drag them in. Okay, so I have my Whoopi Goldberg in first. So I'm going to do the size. All right. Do the size. Put that here. Position this here. double click to bring in the next one. So I have Obama, so I'm going to flip Obama to this side, flip him to the other side, and position him here, reduce the size a bit. Alright, Maya should be the back, should reduce a bit. Okay, and Mandela should be positioned here. Whoopi Goldberg should be positioned here. She's bending, so I have to make it. I have to make it straight a bit. So position this here. All right, now let's start changing our layers. So I'm gonna reduce the size of this. And OP should be at the back. Should be at the back of Mandela. So it should be right here. Okay, and Obama should go up about here. This one a bit. Yeah, and Mandela should be here, and Martin Luther King should be on top of Maya, and position this here, and comes here. You know what? Let me just reduce the size of everything so I'll be able to see what I'm doing clearly. So I'm gonna reduce the size more and more and zoom in. I'm gonna reduce the size of everything so I can have enough room. You do understand? All right. Okay. So I am going to reduce the picture of Martin Luther King a bit. All right, and we'll move Maya a bit to this side. These are wonderful, great people. You need to go and read about them. All right, so I'm gonna come to Opera. I'm gonna name the layer. Call this Opera. Yeah. So I am going to position this here, and Opera should be on top of Maya. Yep, like that. And she should be flipped to the other side. Click and flip. All right. Okay, let me just pause the video and arrange everything. Okay, guys. All right. So I am okay with my arrangement now. So we start brushing the edges of our layers, because looking at what we have here, you see we have this, the smooth edges here, this looking faded edges of the pictures. So we are going to do something similar in the one I'm doing now. So to do that, let's start with Whoopi Goldberg. So I'm going to go to Whoopi Goldberg and set this to mask. All right, and I will go to my brush layer, and I will increase the size of my brush. All right, and make sure this is set to black. All right, your foreground should be set to black, and make sure your brush size should be soft rounded brush. And I am going to start brushing. All right, brushing. All right, now let's go to Mandela. Come here, go to Mandela, my brush again, set this to mask, reduce the size of my brush. I'm gonna brush this, brush. Alright, now let's go to Martin Luther King, Martin. So do the same thing for Martin Luther King too, and then brush, and brush it. Alright, I think we're making sense here. So let's go to Obama, mask, brush again, and start brushing. Now I'm using my square bracket key to increase the size of my brush and also reducing it. The open bracket increases, the closed bracket increases, while the open bracket reduces the size of your brush. So try that. I'm sure it's going to work. So I'm going to let's go to Opera, set to mask my brush layer, and brush the back. Though it's not really visible, it's not really visible, but doing this will help you. All right. I think the whoopee go back layer still needs some small adjustments. So I'll click on this and brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it. All right. Who's next? Oh, Maya. Sorry, ma'am. I almost forgot. All right. So I'll go to brush again. Set this to mask layer and brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it. Okay. I think we are almost there. Now, looking at it now, it's a little bit similar to what we have here. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a group. All right. So to do that, I'm going to hold on shift on my first layer, and then shift select the very top layer, and then hold on shift and click on the folder icon here, and it will put everything in a folder. Then you can rename it. I'll call it leaders. All right. Okay, now the next thing I'm gonna do is to start working with our adjustment layer. All right, and the first thing I'll do is to darken our pictures a little bit. That's the picture of our leaders. So to do that, I'm gonna go to my curve layer. I'm a curve adjustment and click on this icon here because I only want this to apply to just the leader group folder. So I'm going to click on this to have this, and I'll move this down. All right, and push this up like this. All right. All right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my posterize adjustment layer. All right, so posterize this, and I'll change this to 9. All right, I'll change it to 9, and the next thing I'll do is to add my gradient my gradient adjustment layer, and this is where the changes begin. So I'm gonna come here and click on this. I'm sure some of you have never used this before. Yeah, so I'm gonna make you guys get used to it now. So I'm gonna click on this. All right, and I will move this here, move this here, move this here, move this here, and move this here. Now, for those of you who doesn't know how to use this, that you're not familiar with this, please, if you are trying to create a new color wheel, all you just need to do is, because at times when you, let me save this first. Now, when you click on this, if this is the first time of using this, once you click on this, you only have 2 wheels, and at times it always come in 1. No, it's always 2. Yeah, it's possible yours may be like this. So if you're looking at creating more, all you just have to do is to double click here, and then you have another wheel. Click here, you have another wheel. Click here, you have another wheel. Sorry, you have another wheel. So you can also change the color. All right. But if you feel you don't need any of the wheel, or you want to delete any of the color wheel, all you just need to do is drag this down. Click and drag down. Click and drag down, and they go off. All right. Now let's go back. Okay, now this is it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to change this to I think I need to leave it like this. Let's just make it brown. All right, now for those of you who want to do the same thing I did here, you can always copy the figure here. As you copy this figure, it changes the color here for you. So I'm going to change this to 530 half 0 and 7. All right, and I'm gonna click OK. All right, now my next color wheel should be green. All right, this should be green. Okay, so to get the green, I am going to come here and type 5C 8520. All right, then I'll click OK. Now, if you look at it, I think we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so I am going to click on my next color wheel, which is yellow. All right, I'm gonna add yellow because I need a little touch of yellow here. So I'm going to double click here and change this to triple F, then 001. All right, and I'll click OK. All right, let's just leave the white the way it is. I'm going to leave the white the way it is. So I'll move this here. No, move this here. Move this here. This here. Yeah. Okay. Now, for those of you who like this tutorial and you want to do something like this again, I would advise to save this gradient effect, this gradient fill. So I mean this gradient effect. So what I would advise you do is to name it. You can give it a name. You can call it Caesar Thought, and then say new. All right. You can give it any name of your choice. All right. It's not compulsory you do the same thing I did. Okay. All right. So I am going to say okay, and I am going to go to the next adjustment layer, which is level. All right, I am going to click on level here, and okay, I'm going to change this to 22. This should be 1.18. All right, that should be 1.18. I'm trying to boost out the white feel on it. All right, I want the white to pop out better, and the darker part should go a little bit darker. All right, I am going to now change this to 246. All right, I am going to now say go. Okay, now there's one trick I want to teach you guys that I'm sure some of you are not familiar with in Photoshop. All right, there's a way you do, and if you're familiar to it, please, I'm sorry, just allow me to help the people who are not really used to it. All right, who have never heard of it before. All right, there's a way you take a screenshot of your all your layers in Photoshop. All right, I'm going to teach you guys how to do that now. But first, I have to reduce the size of my leaders, and I am going to move this up a bit. Move it up a bit. I am whoopee good bag. I still need to adjust this here because it's looking too sharp. So I'll go to whoopee go bag, brush, click on this, and all right, and do the same thing for Mandela. Okay. Now the next thing I'll do is I almost forgot. I need to add a white because when you're doing hand builds like this or movie posters, one thing I want you guys to always do is always as you're doing your as you're applying your effect to your artwork, consider the part where you're going to put your content, like the part where you're going to put your text, so that when you start putting the text, it won't your background will not affect the visibility of the text. So what I'll do is I'm going to come here, create a new layer. All right. How did I do that? I use the shortcut, which is this. All right. Shift Control N. All right. So I'm going to call this white. All right. White. And I'll go to my brush, and I am going to click on I have so many lovely brushes here, and I would advise that you guys should go online and download cool brushes. There are free brushes online that you can get. All right, so I'm going to click on this, increase the size, and brush. Oh, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. I need to change this to white. So I'll hit X on my keyboard and click on this. All right, so I'm going to change this to this. And all right, then eraser. All right, just cleaned up edges. All right, I am going to erase it. Can you see the effect I'm getting here? Looks cool, huh? All right, then I'll go to another brush again. I have this brush that I know some of you may not get. because you may not have. Sorry, I am going to let me mouse over the name so somebody can go download it online. It's called ah okay. Let me see if I can. Okay, it's called the watercolor stroke. All right, this is the brush I'm using here. So you can download it, you can Google it. It's very easy to get online. Most of my brushes are free internet brushes. So you once you go online, you can download, search for watercolor stroke brushes, and you get this type of brush. And I'm gonna brush here and brush here. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm erasing it, not brushing it. So I'll change this to brush. I'll come here. I'm supposed to use brush, not eraser. So I'll come here because the size of it. Can you see the effect? Looking cool, huh? All right, I am okay with this. Now the next thing I want to do is take a screenshot of my all my layers. So to do that, I am going to scroll. I'm going to click on my first layer. Always do that. Should be your first layer, and I'll hit. I'm going to press Control Shift E. Oh, sorry. It should be Control Shift Alt E. All right. So I have a screenshot of my layers. All right. So the next thing I'll do is I'm gonna name this. Let's just give it. Um, I'll give it at one. Oh, my microphone is giving me issue here. Okay. So I'm gonna name it all at one and hit enter. All right. So the next thing I'll do is I am going to click on this, go to filter, and go to other and select high pass. Yes, we're going to the deeper part of Photoshop now. All right, but don't forget this, it will help you a lot. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make every details on it, like little details on it, pop out better. I want them to come out so as to make it the artwork look more like a, like a painting effect, like something like a painting effect. So let me say what I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it 1.0. 1.0 is cool. Can you see that it's looking as if they are all lines? So I'm gonna make it 1.0 and say okay. Now the next thing I'll do is I am going to change my blend mode to vivid light. Bam. Yeah. Now if I zoom closer, you see it looks as if they come up very sharp. You see we have all this, this tiny sharp effect on them. Can you see Obama's face there? We have all this sharp feel on his face. All right, so I'm going to zoom back out. All right, and all right, now the next thing I'll do again is I am going to I'm gonna I'm going to click on my I'm going to click on curve. All right, and I will go to I'll go to green mode here, and I'll push this up a bit, and I'm going to push this down. I'm going to push it down, and I am going to let me just push this up a bit. All right, so I'm going to collapse. I'm going to collapse this, and I am okay. So I'm going to zoom out. All right, and what next? What next? What next? Somebody should please tell me. Uh, Nobody can. All right. I think we're almost there. So the next thing I'll do is I am going to do the same screenshot effect again by hitting Control Shift Alt E, and I'll go to Filter, Sharpen, choose on Sharp Mask. All right, and I'm gonna push this here, push this here. Okay, I am gonna say okay. Okay. What next again? What next again? What nerds against Caesar? 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 What nerds against? All right, now let's go to our color, our adjustment layer again, and click on color balance. And on my mid-tone, I'm going to change this to minus 56. All right, and I'm going to change this to 41. Okay, and I am going to go to my highlights, all right, and change my highlight to 47. All right, and change my yellow, increase the blue, sorry, and I'm gonna add a little red. I'll make this 17. All right, and I am going to, I think we are there already. Then I think that it's it for now. Okay, let me increase the brightness a bit. I'll add brightness. All right, so my brightness should be minus 11, and my contrast should be minus 17. Damn. All right, guys. I think it's time we start adding our texts. All right, let's just start adding our texts. Okay. Um. Yes. Okay. Let me see if I can make it more yellow. More yellow, 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 yellow. Actually, I want it to look more yellowish, 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 yellowish. Okay, let me delete this. I'll use hue and yellow. Um, you know what? No, don't let me add it. Let me just leave it like this. All right. What next again, Tunji? Okay. All right. Now let's take a screenshot again. So I'll hit Control Shift Alt E. All right, and I'm going to go to my bond tool right here. So let's start brushing their faces. So I'm going to come here and brush it a bit. But now, please don't tamper with any of the settings. There, just leave them the way it is. But the only thing I want you to be conscious of is make sure this is set to soft brush. All right, this type of brush. All right, so I'm going to brush Mama's face. All right, brush here. Do the same for the gold bag. Brush here. Do the same for the gold bag. Brush the hand. All right, just trying to add more depth to it. All right. All right, let me see the ear. Okay, let's use the brush tool to just brush out the white part a bit. So I should brush out the white part. Uh, okay, yeah, I think I have to. All right, I think should I just stop here? Excuse me. Uh, okay, I feel okay. Can I just add one more gradient to this? So let me just go to gradients and change this to this. All right. Hmm. I am going to say okay and come here and say color. Okay, and I'll reduce the opacity a bit. So right here, this level. Should I reduce it? Let's see soft light. Okay, I think soft light is cool. Okay, I just like the fact that this I have this reddish, brownish feel on the darker part of them. So I'm gonna say move this here. All right, let's just start adding our text. All right. Whew, I love this. All right, so I'm gonna come here and say um, step out. Change the color to gray. I think I have that font here. Okay, so change it to this and Ctrl T, increase the size. All right, increase the size. Uh, Ctrl T. All right, and I have another font I would like to use again, which is for for for, but this time I'll use die dots. All right, change the color to red. Okay, and position this here. Then Ctrl J to make a copy of the same fonts and the lettering. So I'll change this to black history, capital letter, black history. Oh, sorry. Then I'll position this here. I can change the size of my fonts here. I don't really use here. I don't really use this to increase the size of my fonts because I can't really decide the exact size I want, so I don't use it. But for those of you who knows how to use it, I wish you all the best. So I'm gonna come here and reduce the size to about this. I'm using my mouse up and down arrow key to move my layers. So just in case you're looking at me like, how's it doing it? That's what I'm doing here. All right, so I am going to first let me to make my layer palette more easy to see. I'm going to put everything in a folder. I'm going to group my background, all right, in a folder. So I'll hold on shift and give it a name, call it BG. Okay, so I know that's where my um the leaders and the background is. All right, so the next thing I'll do is to add my other texts. All right. um you know what, don't let me waste too much time on this tutorial. Let me just put the dates. So I'll put the date 30th October 2016. All right, so I'll change the color to this. All right, and reduce the size. All right, reduce the size, and let me just move everything down a bit. Okay, this up. All right, I am going to say, let me just put my name at the top. I'll say Caesar Graphix. Did I get my spelling correctly? Let me do something of it. Okay, Caesar Graphix. Horror. Okay, and I am going to reduce this by here. Okay, and position this here. Mm. I'm thinking of changing the fonts. I don't want to have too much fonts on my artwork. Okay, let me just leave it like this and move this down. Make another copy. I'll put presents. All right. Okay. Man. All right. Okay, guys. This is where I'm going to stop, and you can always you can put your other information here if you want. You can put the address of your artwork of the the address where the whole thing is going to take place, where the event is going to take place. You can put it here. All right, you can put it here and every other thing that you think is necessary for the artwork to look okay for you. All right, guys. I really want to thank you guys for spending your time to to stay with me to from the beginning of this tutorial to the end. I wish you best of luck. I'll be very happy if I can see what you guys come up with what you learn from me here. And please and please and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on like, send in comments. Encourage me so I'll be able to do more tutorials for you guys. I love you guys. Best of luck.